Mm. Okay.
Microphone activated.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Nordic, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Ah, you can hear you now, right. Yes, so Blue and I were just doing some testing. So it seems like people are dying a lot faster than they should. We can still run the exam. I won't guarantee a passing grade, but I'll give you an apology if shit's well, shit is borked. So
It's an exam. Usually you can pass or not pass.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, we had one dude pass earlier, so we can do pass no pass.
Okay.
Do you want to run some tests before, like test refresher stuff?
I think if I don't remember it now, I'm not gonna remember later. So
I mean, I'd recommend a refresher. Just me,
if
just
you have
just
the
so you
time
know,
and
because the
patience,
refresher can help you out and give you some feedback. Once we start the exam, I can't give you shit.
if you have the time and the patience, you can do so.
I always have the time and patience for you.
Yes.
All right, let's take the spawner back here. All right. So I recommend running some single patient, but also running some triage. Do you want any input, or should I just spawn something?
Just spawn something.
Alright then. Start easy, single patient. You
Uh-huh.
ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. So measure bleeding first on the chest. Airways, expect chest. But fine, I think that's all I can do with him. Establishing recovery position and
Right, so what's the mnemonic you have as a CTM compared to everyone else?
bark
Yeah.
or massive airways checked. Airways checked. Respiratory, he's breathing. Circulation. All right, circulation.
And then you also have an add-on to the mark.
One actually that HST or something else.
It's mark pause, PWS. Do you remember that?
PWS, pain wound splints.
Exactly.
No, he's in pain. No, well, he's not in pain because he's still unconscious. So
Correct.
I don't give him anything right now.
Mm-hmm.
Try to shake him away, maybe.
You can. I was in pain.
He's in pain now. He woke up. Now I can use the Pentrox inhaler.
Definitely.
And he is right now. Do we still call them T1 at the moment they were unconscious?
What do you say, sorry?
Do we still call them T1s when they were unconscious and they woke up?
Technically not. It's more of like case by case basis. If he's still like completely fucked up, the reason why he got unconscious in the first place, yeah, you can still call him T1. But if he's just like got knocked unconscious but wakes back up, but he's not really in need of like any help, then there's no reason to. So like it's again T123 is there as an organizational tool to tell you, does he need immediate attention? Is he about to die? Does he need extra care? Or is he all right? Is he able to just kind of like do his own thing?
Yeah, I'm asking because at one point there was like I don't know, it was like 2 years ago, and then I stopped doing CTM stuff. Uh, I'm just there was at one time that there was that simplification. If somebody
Yes.
went unconscious, we called it.
Yeah, that was back when Smith ran CSMR. Right. So going back to this guy, so you got the Penthrox inhaler. I recommend he's still in pain. You can either give him another go with the Penthrox or give him a paracetamol. That way you're pretty much covered in terms of pain. Now we're going on to W. So just wrap his wounds. When you have the time and the resources, wrap the wounds because it's going to stop him from reopening as fast. It's going to give you a lot more work time for him, and also it's going to be a lot less annoying for him having to rebandage all the time. You know.
So that's wounds, and no splints too.
And well, Splint, he has no broken bones, so we're good on that. So just remember, mark PWS. I want to go through the entire thing.
Was that an ask to run through all the things, or just
Yeah, you'll be asked to run through the entire thing, not just stabilize them. Just run the entire algorithm. But yeah, now I'd say you have no more things you can do. You can give him a little hit of Penthrox in order to pain management, but other than that, like bang on. What I will, however, talk about is the use of regular bandages on his head. Get in the habit of just using trauma dressings on people like this. Regular bandages more for like when you have wounds reopening, when you don't have other tools, or when you have the time to just use those. Otherwise, I definitely recommend use the emergency trauma dressings. It's going to save you a lot of time. It's a lot better. But yeah, no, that was a decent run. I think we're up to speed again, right?
Okay, one more single patients, just to.
Yep, definitely. I'm gonna crank up the difficulty. I'm also gonna take time on how long it takes. All right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. First, go for the leg, apply tourniquet.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. Second tourniquet on the other arm. On the arm. Clear. Okay, so that's the basics. Now let's wrap him up with everything.
You're forgetting a step here. What's the
Respiratory.
third letter of Mark? Exactly. I'm gonna BRB. All right, I'm back.
So much of aversion I will apply just in case, even though I'm.
Hey.
Pain. Box. It is okay, pain. Okay, massive link, airway circulation, respiratory circulation, pain, wound splints.
Yeah, nice, bang on.
Bang on. Fucking respiration.
Yeah,
3 times the charm.
yeah, exactly. One thing also to remember: if he's unconscious, put him into recovery position unless you're doing something with the chest. So as long as you're not working with the chest, recovery position. So when you've assessed respiration, recovery position. That way, if he starts puking or anything, it's not going to be an issue because he's just going to be puking away, and you don't have to look at airways. You can still continue working with what you need. It's only if, oh shit, I gotta watch out for pneumos or I want to apply chest seal, then fair enough, you can roll him over, put it on, roll him back. And that goes for everything. In a trio scenario, it goes also for just a single patient scenario. It is absolutely a friend to just recovery position when you can. All right, you ready?
Yes.
New patient coming. 3, 2, 1, go.
Boy, I'm gonna go with the chest first.
Boy, he's massively fucked up.
Most of it down. Oh. Leg.
Really good. Just seeing that the chest is bandaged more than the leg and arm. Just hope that you'd grab the leg and the arm before the other leg, as those are the most fucked up ones. But good priority on getting that stuff done. That once you've had that gotten, then hey.
There's movement. At this point, I should begin CPR. Wait, so, yeah, no. Just movement. No. Check circulation. No pulse. So at this point, I would start CPR. Ask somebody to do the CPR because there's probably nothing more that I can do at this point.
So what do you ask for exactly?
Exactly at this point, if there's somebody else, I would be asking somebody else to do CPR on him, and I would be continuing with the rest of patch up all the other wounds, and basically continue with the process. After 2 minutes, check if the CPR did anything good, and make him stop. The person take the
All right, you can stop CPR.
Yep.
And right, I'm doing CPR right now.
Mhm.
All the wounds are patched. What do you do?
So if he is you're doing CPR for some time, I would
Yeah, I'm doing CPR right now.
check the pulse again. Still no pulse. He lost a lot of blood. If possible, I would be giving fluid bags to him.
Yeah, that's not possible. It's
Not
just you and
possible at
me
this
here.
point.
No one can do fluids. I'm doing CPR. I'm just a regular bod from your section. What do you do?
So I continue doing the procedure. So I am bandaging his legs right now. Airways again, just in case something happened. Light obstruction, performing head turning. Cleared. So that was the checking the process again. Okay, checking pulse. Oh, nothing.
You'll get a wrong pulse if you get a pulse at all because it's me doing CPR.
Yeah.
So what I'm hinting at is that right now I'm doing CPR on one of the bots from your section. What can you do?
Check, continue checking for any issues and continue with the uh, process. So I was bandaging him. I will be wrapping the wounds next, and circling, checking if he is not. Uh, he vomited again a minute ago, so I check him from time to time.
Right. So what I'm getting at here is that when you look under airway, you've got this nice thing called a BVM. You want to be using that because what kills him is him not having a pulse. So if he's cardiac arrest without any CPR for long enough, that he dies from that. Or if his saturation gets too low, he also dies from that. So when you place a pulse oxy on him, and when I'm saying dying, I mean he flops. So there's a pulse oxy on him now. I should be able to, if I just do CPR, it should give you some kind of value. Regardless if it gives you a value or not, you doing you using a BVM makes sure that his saturation doesn't drop as fast as it would without the BVM. So therefore he gets more time and you're buying him more time for CSMR to show up. So whenever you can get a bod, call him over, you do CPR, pull out your watch, so tell him to do so and like do CPR for 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Like just give him a bit extra time. Because the way CPR works is that it's only once it goes beyond X threshold, that being 2 minutes, that it actually does a check for, hey, does he get pulse back?
Okay.
Whereas you just doing CPR is also good. So if you don't have the time to sit there for 2 minutes, but only 1 minute, it's still good because it staves off that timer saying like he's in cardiac arrest and is not getting CPR. So we're just counting down. So those are the two things that we want to do. And for that, we have the mnemonic rate. Rate being R, recognize that he's in cardiac arrest. That's number one. Alert, alert your section leader to call up CSMR that you have a cardiac arrest and you need someone out here ASAP. And also that you need another bod for CPR and helping out over here. Then
Uh,
treat, you want to
Sorry,
treat
what? Right? RATH.
rate as in rating. So Romeo, Alpha, Tango, Echo.
Okay. And R stands for.
Recognize. Recognize that he is in cardiac arrest. That's number one. Two, echo. Oh, sorry, alpha. Alert. Alert that your section leader needs to call up and be like, yo, we need help out here real fast from someone, from a medic, from like a fucking CMT. Tango, treat. You want to start treating everything. So he's currently in cardiac arrest, most likely because he's lost a bunch of blood. So we want to make sure he doesn't lose additional amounts of blood. So we want to patch up all the wounds, and that's what you did. Now, you don't need to patch up the limbs that are already tourniqueted. You don't need to patch those up. That's a waste of time. We want to get on CPR. We want to get a BVMing as fast as possible to give him the longest possible time to not die. But chest, you can consider wrapping if you have a lot of wounds on the chest.
Mhm.
That can make sense. Also, if you have someone already doing CPR, hey, fucking wrap the chest and then go on BVM. And E is evacuate. You want to get him away. You want to move him as fast as possible rearwards, whether that being by ambulance, by foot, whatever. It has to obviously make sense for the scenario, but you want to hand him off to CSMR as fast as possible. And if that's them coming out to you, hey, that's good. If you need to move him 100 meters in order to like get him like fucking moved by CSMR because we're bitches and we won't come out to you, hey, that's what you need to do. So you have to move him for us to actually get him. Because if we're not able to get out to you and he's not moving, he's gonna die.
Point again. Okay,
So you got all of that?
think so.
Awesome. Want to do another one of those? Now, I will say, like, the issue underlying that we've found is that people are going into cardiac arrest a lot faster than they should. So they're already in cardiac arrest, usually halfway through, lost a lot of blood. And that's not supposed to be, but that's just how it is.
Okay.
All right. I'm spawning a new one. 3, 2, 1, go.
That, airways. Inventory. Pulse looks stable.
Something to note, you're checking the pulse radially, so you're checking it in the arm. I would always check it on the head, just because when his blood pressure goes too low, you won't be able to feel it in the arm, so it doesn't show up there. Also, if he has a tourniquet and you kind of like, oh, in the heat of at a battle, and you forget, he's not gonna have a pulse there, and then you're gonna start CPR on a dude that's actually completely alive, and that's also sucks. So definitely always check on the head. I really recommend that. So here's the thing that I haven't been aware of, so people haven't been told. When you see extensive bruising on a limb, it means there's also internal bleeding. So therefore, you want to keep the tourniquet on. That's the only thing you can do in order to stop that stuff.
No sleep. So at this point, establish recovery position. I did the mark. I did the pause. And every so often, just check his airways and check if he is. Okay, he's in recovery, so the airways are not that big of a deal. From time to time, call in. That's basically I think that's all I can do.
Right. So right now, all you can do is actually remember you have a nice tool. It's a pulse oximeter. Put that on. Figure out what is the saturation, because that is probably the only reason he's not waking back up. Now his saturation is going to increase, and it's once we cross that 90 threshold, we can actually start waking him back up. And if he was lower, like at like a 70, you could start BVMing him in order to get him back up to that level. But here he's going to be increasing just naturally, pretty easily. And here you can just start fucking slapping the shit out of him is what I'd recommend, to not pull him out of recovery position. Yeah. Shook him awake. He's awake.
Yeah, does this smell of like Pentrox?
Yeah. It smells like chloroform though. So, yeah.
Just
Awesome. That's the way to do it.
get away. Give me my pulse oximeter back.
So we really, in my opinion, we're just on the cusp of greatness. I'd love to see you put him into recovery position a lot earlier. Just because the airway is a much bigger issue than the chest, respiration. And whenever you want to recheck that, sure, pull him out, check it, put him back into recovery position. That way you never have to worry about checking his airway once you know it's clear.
Which things take them out from recovery position? Just what put on the chest?
Everything. It just if you look at it chest. So like when you inspect chest, or when you do chest compressions, or I believe also when you apply chest seal. So stuff you do to the chest, that's what pulls them out. You can access the arms and legs and head all you want.
Okay. Missed that part. I
All
think you
good.
kind of said that already, but I kind of.
I mean, it seems like it's a scar from earlier medical mods, because back when we had Ace and we had the other thing, Cat Medical, you could not do that. Everything would pull him out of recovery. Or it actually wouldn't pull him out of recovery, it would just keep him recovery and not give you the option to. So that's why people was like, no, you can't use recovery position, it's bad. But here it's an essential part of the mod. So yeah, no, this went pretty well. Good job. Do you feel ready for triage?
Let's go with triage because
All right.
no time to spare.
Triage coming in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's too many. That's one is technically most fucked up because he has the most. But he's all yellow. Okay, this one has a lot of bruises here and there.
Oh, this dude's all red.
Two guys are all red. Okay, the other one. Oh. A lot of blood, but he also had a chest wound.
Yes. I was screaming internally for you to do that. Like fucking put him recovery.
Not just movement detected. This is the time I do. I alert. I recognize that there's a probably a cardiac arrest. I alert. Second, do I see some have somebody to do the CPR?
Right.
And
Nordic, right now we're in a triage scenario. There's a lot of people down. Fuck them. You know? They're in cardiac arrest. That's a skill issue. That's not your problem. People are dying. You should not waste time on this guy. You can just be like, hey, I got one T4, but he's T4. He's like not an issue anymore. Just fuck him, you know?
he's not my type.
I mean, if they can't bother to have a pulse, why bother to show up at all?
Stable pulse. Normal. Just airways, respiratory, circulation. Okay, he's fine. Okay, so at this point, this guy is also stabilizing off. Pulse. Can go do an oxymetry right now on this guy because he is trying to get it on both and recovery and the pulse. Hello.
He just lost the pulse. Why did he do that?
Doesn't like me. Okay, so this guy is still. I could technically save him. Bandage on the arm just so I can get a pulse oximeter and see how much blood this how much
So he really shouldn't be losing pulse right here. So I'm a little curious about this. I want to try something on this guy. Just ignore him for now. Okay.
if I ignore that guy, then technically I should do CPR.
Right. So this dude, he had a collapsed lung. So he had a pneumothorax, and it did not show up. I just need to like give Blue that knowledge. I need to figure out if it's a hemothorax. So this is not at all on you. This is entirely on your prompts and stuff.
Okay, no blood drain.
Yeah,
so
no blood. So that was
normal.
completely a tension pneumothorax. Has he regained pulse? No, he's not. Wop. Too bad. Yeah, no, he's alive for all intents and purposes. This guy's alive. You've done nothing wrong.
The guy's still alive, and this guy was. Technically, I should.
You've done nothing wrong.
So this is the triage with the basics.
Yeah.
the bleeding done, area is done, check everyone, tourniquets. Send anyone who I can out. And now I'll should bye. Didn't want to wait. So yeah, in between, I would that would everything would be communicated that there was masks earlier, and at this point I would be just reading everyone, checking if they still have a pulse or not.
Yeah.
Bandage who I can. I'm not gonna do that just to waste resources. Okay, the guy's also now dead. So
Yeah. So I mean, if we continued here, you'd be starting to wrap the wounds, correct?
yeah, bandage and then wrap the wounds.
Yes, definitely. And why are we wrapping wounds in a triage scenario at this point?
At this point, just to make sure that we can stabilize the patient as much as we can, and that they are ready to be moved to a later position, and when they're being moved, so that less things can go wrong. So like wrapping makes more possible that they
So
will
why didn't we do it earlier?
do what
Why didn't we wrap their wounds earlier?
earlier in the triage.
Well, I mean, like, you know, it's just now you're getting to wrapping wounds. Why didn't we do that earlier?
Because wrapping wounds is not something that will save them in this point of time. At the very beginning, it's a maintenance thing that we can do after everything is stable.
Good answer. And also correct answer. Yeah. No, we don't have time for it right now. We gotta make sure everyone's stable and stabilize as many people as we can, and then from there on, we're gonna start looking at wrapping. So that is completely correct. Good job. So these dudes are dead. And this guy, what triage is he at? Is he T1, 2, or 3?
He's the one.
What makes him T1?
Still unconscious. But yeah, still unconscious but stable. And I can't wake him up, so he needs to get treated somewhere else.
So when do we go from a T2 to a T1?
From a T2 to a T1, unconscious, unable to move, basically really fucked up that I can't do anything else for him other than stabilize him, and I can't fix him in field in a way.
Do you have the crib sheet that I've been sending out in relation to the course? Basically, a cheat sheet.
Did you say we won?
I might not have sent. Yeah, I've
Did,
sent you
yeah,
one. Yeah, I did.
half a year ago. Half a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Completely forgot that I even have it.
Now you know. One thing has changed in terms of what constitutes massive hemorrhage. It is now only some blood loss that is allowed at lost some blood, and then no blood loss, no bleeding at all for anything else. So I had lost a lot of blood. You can't be bleeding, otherwise it constitutes massive hemorrhage.
Okay, so cheating now. What you wanted to say me that this guy technically is a T2 because he lost just a lot of blood and not a large amount of blood. So he's still unconscious. He was the pulse oximeter. Jesus Christ, the pulse is over 100. And he has moderate cyanosis because his SpO2 is under 85%. That's what you wanted me to say without using the cheat sheet.
So I mean, again, you can use the cheat sheet all you want. I just want you to say the correct thing. If he's T1 or T2.
So he's T2.
T2? Yeah. And I mean, he is right at like between it. If we can make him orange, then we would make him orange. But yeah, he's right there. All right,
sounds good.
so let's say again, this dude over here, like he's still alive. He's still alive. He did not go into cardiac arrest. He has a pulse of 102 and a saturation of like 81, and it's going up. I come up to you, Nordic. All right, you have 3 patients. Who do you want to send first? I can take one dude at a time.
Can you repeat what would be the rate, pulse rate for
He
this
has a
one?
pulse rate of 102 and a saturation of 81 going up.
Okay, so he lost just some blood. Uh, Still, technically, both of those guys are T2s, but looking at the wounds, similar wounds, I would. Precision, so many wounds. Okay, this guy has a severe trauma on his chest, so I would probably take this one. Also, he lost a lot of blood compared to just lost some blood. So this guy is still T2, but this the more priority to be moved. This one.
Yes, exactly. This dude has lost a lot of blood. The other dude has only lost some blood, which means that you could potentially, and within time, actually wake him up. So it's a lot easier for you to take care of him on your own. So you want to send this guy. This guy you can't really take care of,
Yeah.
but he also has a chance to survive. So both of them check that box. Except like this dude, you can't take care of him, but he's dead. There's
Mm.
nothing you can do to like help him out. He's dead. This dude, chance to survive, send him off. All right.
Yeah.
Do you want to triage scenario more, or are you good to go?
I don't want to waste your time, and we are like 10 minutes into the exam time, so let's go with
All right.
let's start it. Let's do it.
Alrighty, over here, over here.
I see no colors.
I need to find my spiel. Alright, Nordic. This is the single patient exam. It will be one of 2 rounds where you will be scored on your ability to treat a single casualty. Once you're ready, you will announce this to instructor. The instructor will then spawn in your casualty. The test will start when the instructor orders you to begin treatment. You are not to start treatment before ordered to. You have 5 minutes or until the instructor stops you to provide all the medical treatment that is within your scope as a CTM. You are allowed to use any outside documents, notes, or its likeness during this test. You're only allowed to use the standard unmodified kit provided to you as a CTM. You will be allowed time to reset your kit in between patients. Do you have any questions for the test?
No questions. Need to resupply.
Go ahead and resupply.
Somewhat.
I'll then BRB. All right, sorry about that. Do you now have any questions for the test?
Question for the test. I am ready.
All right. Are you ready to begin?
In.
All righty then. Spotting in a patient. Once the patient's been spotted, you're good to start treatment. Spotting your patient now. 3, 2, 1.
That means he probably I need to apply a chest seal. But I need to call in that I need someone to do CPR. And yeah,
All
right,
right, I'm here.
so
I'm
CPR,
doing CPR.
do CPR. That means I can, I'm not can do a pulse oximeter. So you're doing CPR. Should take up for 2 minutes to do the CPR. In the meantime, I do BVM. Started rescue breaths as he is no longer have any massive bleedings. Everything is tourniqueted or bandaged. Arrow is checked. Respiratory doing right now. Circulation, he is not doing anything. So doing rescue breaths, CPR, and call in that we have somebody that will need CTM. So we put the rate.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? Nordic?
Yes, I'm thinking.
All right, my bad.
No, no worries. So no, so right now there's nothing else to do than continue what I'm doing and wait for TMT or for him to be better.
All right. Then I come up. I'm a CSMR. What do you have for me?
I have a T1, T2 unconscious. No, shit. So this one is probably one. T1, no pulse, no breathing, lost a lot of blood, unable to wake him up. Did the minimum to fix the massive bleeding. And also apply that chest just because the chest size are uneven, so probably he had a pneumothorax.
All right, awesome. Go ahead and step away. If he had a pulse, or if he was if he was breathing when you checked his chest, it was uneven. You applied the chest seal. What would you do then?
So I would check the blood pressure, and depending on what's happening with the blood pressure, I could assume what it is. If the blood pressure goes down, then it would be a possibly a tension pneumothorax. Um, if the pulse increased, then it would be a normal thorax, and also if it would go down, it could be also a hemothorax.
All right.
So if it was a hemothorax, that chest wouldn't do anything, but if it was the tension pneumothorax, I just it would help a little.
Okay. All right. That was it for this one. Ready for the next one?
Ready.
All right. Do you want to hear the spiel again, or are you good?
I'm good.
All right. So spawning in a casualty. Once it's spawned in, you're good to start treatment. I'm spawning in a casualty in 3, 2, 1, go.
So again, same spiel as earlier. Oh, I missed a. Okay. I would call in again somebody to do the CPR. At this point, he lost a large amount of blood, so he probably is going to be going to cardiac arrest soon anyway. Have somebody do CPR. Use
I'm doing CPR.
sorry. Okay, use BVM. Um, he's not bleeding anywhere right now, so start the rescue breeze.
All right.
I think that's it. That's it. I don't have anything else.
Nothing else. All right. Go ahead and step away. Once someone from 16C Smart comes up to you and asks, "What do you have?" What do you answer?
I have a T1, unconscious, no breathing, no pulse, was doing CPR, no future, no, nothing else.
All right. All right. Going into the triage segment. It is the triage exam. This exam will only contain a single round where you will have to triage and treat 3 casualties. Your performance will be scored throughout the test. The test starts once the instructor orders you to start. The test will end after 10 minutes or when the instructor orders you to stop. You are not to begin treatment before ordered to. You are allowed to use any outside documents, notes, or its likeness during the test. You are only allowed to use the standard unmodified kit provided to you as a CTM. Do you have any questions?
No, resupplying emergency trauma kits, and I will be ready then. Okay, ready.
Alrighty. Once I spawn in the casualties, you're good to start treatment. I'm gonna spawn in the casualties in 3, 2, 1, go.
Easy letter. At the moment, just decide to leave it. As a business pause, so just in case, I'm going to do a stress. I would be applying that stress if, but I forgot to resupply that one. These two guys. So at this point, I would just need to. So the basic triage is done. Just it's not done. Let me check airways. Just, putting the recovery position. And then try to save. CPR, go for help with CPR. Try to do PVMs and
Yeah, you don't have any
continue.
hands, it's just you.
Yeah, just me.
Yep.
Okay, so at this point, I can't really help these two guys with this unless I can do SIPO, CPR, and PVM.
All right,
Might as
Nordic,
well be
16
T4.
CSMRs just showed up. Who can I take? What do you have here?
At this point, two guys that are still alive but lost a large amount of blood. Both are pretty bad, so I would ask to take this one first, just because he has a bit more wounds than the other guy. With the some electroshocks, maybe they can still be alive when they get to the ambulance. So I decided to go with this one. This one would be.
All right,
Mhm.
we're taking him first. What are your triages? Who's Go ahead and step outside the yellow box. Who's who? What triage are they?
That guy was a T2 because he lost a lot of blood. The two guys were T1s. Common blood loss, no pulse, no bleeding.
All right. Are there any things that I should be concerned about with these people, like pneumothoraxes and the like?
Uh, the T2 could have a no more. The T1, the further one, I can't really assess because he was not bleeding. So possible at no more because of the chest wounds. That this guy would not have any no more or shouldn't have unless something stupid happens because he was not wounded in the chest.
All right.
That guy, yeah. Then so next that guy would I would continue with bandage with that guy doing the splint, doing the pause.
Awesome. That concludes the exam. So, few notes. Um, your patients, single patient stuff. You wanna see? There's nothing wrong with wrapping them when sure during cardiac arrest. Whatever makes sense. If you have a guy sitting there doing CPR, you can wrap him. Just wrap him up real fast. You don't have to worry about it, and you can also just then sit with your BVM. Obviously, depends on how long that's going to take and all that. But I would assess that the two that you had here, you could easily have them wrapped, the stuff that wasn't tourniquet, and then just sit there with the BVM. Other than that, not that much to throw at it. It was good reaction with the cardiac arrests. I believe again it's because of the service settings you're getting this many cardiac arrests. I definitely think both of those guys were savable. Now going into the triage element. Triage. So when you're on cardiac arrest in triage, what are you then?
34
You're a T4. So why are you calling them T1?
point. They could have
Yeah.
been a T1 because they were a T4 when I am assessing them. So I am working on the guy uh, that I can work, I can help. When
Mm-hmm.
the CSMR came in, they are potential T1s because they maybe with their extra stuff they can be saved.
Yep. Fair assessment. Again, I would put my emphasis on who can we save immediately, who do we know we can save, and who can't we. So you only have one guy out there. He's T2, sure. Right, I'll take him with me. But you can also say I've got this T2 and I have these two T1s or T4s, cardiac arrest. Okay, and then we can kind of figure out okay who should we move because a triage doesn't mean they're the ones that go first. The ones that go first are the ones that we can do the most for. So if there's someone T1 back here, but I mean they're T1, but you can pretty much watch over them. You can rebandage all of that stuff, and and he's gonna survive, sure. But there's someone with a pneumo and everything. Like, oh, okay, we're gonna take that dude first. That makes sense. So you do not like sit there and change the triage steps, just because you think, hey, you might be able to do something for him. We'll consider that. We'll make sure we know our scopes and what we can and cannot do. Just inform us, what do you have? It's a T4 cardiac arrest. He just went into cardiac arrest. He's still around. You might be able to save him. That's the way you need to advocate for him,
Okay.
not that they're T1s. Because when I go up and I find out, okay, he's in cardiac arrest, and like, no, he's not a T1, and I think, God damn it, Nordic, you didn't do your work. Instead of, you watched out for him and stuff like that. So just be honest, straight up. Hey, these are T4s. This guy just went into cardiac arrest. You might be able to do something with him. Happy days. Um, that is probably Yeah, that's probably it for it. You had a pretty good awareness of who's what. Um, and again, when I'm asking like, hey, are there any things I should know about? One thing is pneumothorax. Just say what you know or what you suspect, as you did, but also mention, hey, these guys are in cardiac arrest. That's all that needs to be done. So blood status, cardiac arrest, pneumos. Because
Okay.
that's really what we can do a lot for when it comes to CSMR compared to you. That we have those extra tools, so we just got to know where do we apply them, or if this is the guide to apply them to, or what's the appropriate tool.
That,
But yeah, that was the exam. You got a score of 48. Passing grade is 45, so you've passed with an 80%. So that's a bronze star for you.
how many points maximum?
Maximum is 60. You're missing points for recovery position, mainly because like they're in cardiac arrest, and wrapping the wounds on the single patients. You're missing points because the triage was incorrect, and you're also missing points because your patients went into cardiac arrest in the triage scenario.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get extra points for actually saving everyone. That's only been seen twice. So yeah, it's not easy.
That is with random chance. What's gonna
These
happen?
are set
Oh,
scenarios.
these are sets scenarios. Okay.
Yeah. No, they're not random scenarios. They're just like there's we've got 10 different single. If you come over to the spooner and look at it, there's 10 different patients for single patients exam, and there's three different scenarios for the triage.
Which scenario was this one?
You had scenario two, I believe.
Archis, thank you. I am really, really impressed how well you can translate everything into normal speech and how patient you are with your trainees.
I am just happy to teach, and I'm happy that, or I hope that you get anything out of this, and you're having fun is the main thing. So it means a lot. Thank you for those kind words,
You
and good job.
you deserve them. So
Thank you.
you're not in my line of command, so I don't need to like
Oh,
endorse
okay,
anything.
okay.
So actually,
Nice.
I'm actually thinking that.
Okay, nice. Nice. No, that's awesome. Thank you. Thanks a lot, man. I'm gonna stay on this and try and get this stuff updated. I'll figure it out with Blue if we need to rewrite the scenarios or like redo the patients so they're a little easier, or if we can change the settings, because right now something's not working. You're seeing a lot more cardiac arrest than you should, especially in the single patient runs. Usually, people will only like go into cardiac arrests on those if someone's fucking up.
I
And
had it immediately.
exactly, you had an immediate cardiac arrest, and like, there's nothing you can do. What you're doing is that you're still scoring the points because you get points for going into rate by just doing that thing. Hey, I need help. I need someone to do CPR here. Like having a proper response to this guy's in cardiac arrest. Happy days. There's nothing else there. Um,
Cool.
so I'm happy you did that.
Well, you just
Anyway,
taught
good
me that
job.
15 minutes earlier, so
Yeah. Well,
reminded me.
I
Yeah.
know. It's something that's overlooked by many people, and it's their own fault, in my opinion. Um, it's right there on the crib sheet. It's something that's taught throughout the single patient stuff. So people should remember, but it's not a focus for people.
Right.
Also, I think it's something about the setup that you don't know that you have help, or you're unsure of it. So people aren't asking the questions because they're already dismissed themselves to begin with. And I don't really know how to address that yet. But I probably will change the speech going into it.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that was just me. I'm happy you liked it. You can retake the exam at any pop up. People who haven't gotten the exam or haven't been certified, they're the ones that are going to be
Priority.
prioritized. So you're not guaranteed to get a slot, but maybe you can if you want to retake the exam. There's going to be recertification at least once a year. I still haven't like gotten those nooks, like all the kinks out of there, but you'll have to certify at some point, and that's basically just retaking the exam. You don't need to get all the theory in to begin with, but I'm thinking something along the lines of we're doing an HR with people, and I'll have my guys run people through not the exam, but just the mock stuff and give feedback.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. No, thank you for attending the course.
Thank you for teaching this course. Okay, I'm off it then.
Yeah.
Bye
All
bye.
right. You sleep well, man.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Not yet. Not yet. I still have a work meeting in 30 minutes. So
Oh Jesus Christ.
working with America.
Oh, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay. It's your own damn fault then.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Night
Nice.
night.
Good night.
Channel switched.